In any workplace, we spend a ton of time training for the big risks, right? We talk about them, we prepare for them. But what if I told you that the most dangerous hazards are often the ones we never even mention, the ones hiding right there in plain sight? So, what is it? I want you to really think about this for a second. What's the single biggest threat you face on the job, every single day? It's probably not what you think. It's not the complicated machinery or those high-risk procedures. Nope, it's something way simpler. It's the one you see every single day. Yeah, that hazard you walk past so often that you've kind of just stopped seeing it. It's just become part of the background. And honestly, that's exactly what makes it so incredibly dangerous. Okay, so this leads us right into something called the familiarity trap. It's basically a mental blind spot that we all develop over time. And it's fueled by one single, really powerful feeling: complacency. And let's be really clear about what we mean by complacency. This isn't about being lazy or not caring, not at all. It's more of a psychological state where your brain just starts to think, hey, I've done this 1,000 times. What could possibly go wrong? And you know what? That is the exact moment when things tend to go very, very wrong. And that's the whole chain reaction right there. A simple, everyday hazard gets ignored because of that complacency, and boom, it becomes the starting point for pretty much every incident that could have been prevented. That tiny little oversight can absolutely lead to a major catastrophe. All right, so let's talk specifics. What are these actual hazards we're talking about? Let's pull back the curtain on these invisible threats that complacency is so good at hiding from us. Just think about it for a second. A stray cable on the floor, a vehicle reversing without a spotter, a tool left on a high ledge. I mean, these don't sound like huge deals, right? They seem like minor inconveniences. But get this, the data is crystal clear. The number one cause of serious lost time injuries isn't some big catastrophic failure. It's simple slips, trips, and falls. The exact kinds of things on this list. They cause so much damage precisely because we see them all the time and our brains just start to tune them out. Okay, so that's the problem. It's a big one. So how do we fight it? How do we break that cycle of complacency and actually start seeing these things again? Well, the solution is, honestly, it's remarkably simple. It's like hitting a mental reset button, and it's called Take 5. It really is this simple. Just 3 steps. First, you stop. Seriously, just pause for a second before you start any task, I don't care how routine it feels. Second, you think. Just look around, ask yourself, what could go wrong here? What are the hazards? And third, you act. You actually do something about it. You move the cable, you find a spotter, you secure the tool. Then and only then do you get back to work. And that right there, that is the power of this whole idea. We're talking about maybe 5 seconds of deliberate thought. That little pause can literally be the difference between a totally normal day and a life-changing injury. It's such a small investment for a massive, massive return. But here's the most important part of all. This tool, this whole Take 5 idea, it's only as powerful as the person who actually uses it. And yeah, that means you. I mean, just look at the difference here. It's a clear choice. On one side, you've got staying silent, just assuming someone else will see it, someone else will deal with it, and that path leads straight to risk and injury. But on the other side, you have speaking up. That one simple action, it prevents harm, it protects your team, and it builds the kind of safety culture that, let's be honest, we all want to be a part of. This really says it all, doesn't it? Safety is not just the manager's job. It's not the supervisor's job. It is everyone's job. You don't just have the right. You have the responsibility to stop any work that you think is unsafe. Period. Whether it's for you or for someone else. So, the real goal here, the big takeaway, is to turn this whole concept into a habit, a reflex. Taking 5 shouldn't feel like some special, extra procedure. It should be just as automatic as putting on your hard hat before you walk on site. And this is the question I really want to leave you with. When you walk onto your job site tomorrow, what are you going to see differently? What are you going to notice that you didn't notice today? What familiar old hazard are you finally going to see for the real risk that it actually is? So just remember this. The things that can hurt us, they are almost always right there in front of us. They're easy to see. But you know what? It's even easier to just look away. So please don't. Take those 5 seconds, stop, think, and act. because it really, truly could make all the difference.